All right, arithmetic sequences. All right, this is the part 2 of arithmetic sequences. If you missed the first 4 examples, you can go back to the previous video and catch up. All right, for this example, we're going to be modeling real life. Online bidding for a geothermal heat pump increases by $25 for each bid after the $420 initial bid. Write a function that represents the arithmetic sequence. Then graph the function. The winning bid is $1,520. How many bids were there? All right, so let's start with A. It says to write a function that represents the arithmetic sequence. Then graph the function. All right, let's start by writing the equation down so we kind of have a refresher from the previous notes here. All right, so we're going to write f of n since we're writing a function. Just kind of denotes that it's in function notation. We know that it equals your first term plus n minus 1 times your common difference. All right, so it says write a function that represents the arithmetic sequence. So what are we given? All right, so the heat pump increases by $25 for each bid after the initial bid of $420. So the initial bid, that would be your first term. So initial bid is $420. All right, we also know that it increases by $25 for each bid. So that would be your common difference, $25. And that is both given information. All right, so we can use that information to write our function. All right, so we're going to have f of n equals our first term. We can substitute 420 plus n minus 1, and then times our common difference. All right, so we can simplify this. F of n equals 420. We can distribute the 25, so 25 times n is 25n, and then 25 times negative 1 is negative 25. Now we just need to combine like terms. Let's go ahead and put the slope first. Remember, the slope is the number with the variable, so 25n will go first. And then we can combine 420 and minus 25. So that would be plus 395. All right, so you can see that now we have written a function. F of n equals 25n plus 395. It says then graph the function. All right, we can do that by just choosing certain terms here. So we can say term 1, term 2, 3, 4. I'm going to make a table. I'm just kind of making it sideways since I don't have a lot of room left here. All right, so let's look at our first 4 terms. So if we plug in a 1 for n, 25 times 1 is 25. 25 plus 395 is just 400. Oh, no, hold on. 25 plus 395 is 420. All right. All right, our second term would be 25 times 2, which is 50. 395 plus 50 would be 445. And then plug in 3. 25 times 3 is 75. 75 plus 395 would be 470. And then 4, if I plug in 4 times 25 is 100. 100 plus 395 is 495. All right, so why did I make a table of values? I made a table of values because it asks us to graph the function. All right, so we're going to do 1 and 420. All right, so across the bottom here, this is the number of bids. And up the side, that would be the bid amount in dollars, okay? This would be the amount. I'll just put a dollar symbol. pretend like it's a dollar symbol there. Okay, so 1 in 420. 1 in 420 would be a point roughly here. And then 2 and 4, 45 would be almost to 450. And then 470, 3 and 470. And then 4 and 495. All right, so that would be the graph that represents those 4 points. Now, if you wanted to go on and do 5, 6, 7, 8, you could extend this beyond here. All right, so that is part A. It says write a function and then graph it. So here's our function, and then we graphed it as well. Okay, part B says the winning bid is $1,520. How many bids were there? All right, so we don't have a lot of room here, but 1520 would go in for F of N. That's the winning bid. Let me see if I can move some stuff around. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so I erased everything except the answer. So where it says write a function, then graph, we have the function here. We have the graph. If you need those steps, please just rewind the video a little bit and go back and write those in your notes. All right, let's move on to B part. All right, B part says the winning bid is 1520. All right, so 1520 equals 25N plus 395. So this time we are solving for N. All right, I'm going to try that one more time. Let's see. All right, that looks a little better. All right, so if we're solving for N, the first thing we got to do is subtract 395 from both sides. So 1520 minus 395, that's 1125. And that equals 25N. Now we're going to divide both sides by 25. So N equals 45. All right, so that means there were 45 bids. It says how many bids were there? There were 45 bids for the winning bid to be 1,520. All right, so that's all for arithmetic sequences. If you have any questions, please reach out.